Hey guys, this is Spartacus here, and welcome to another video, and I got some Modern Warfare Remastered gameplay for you guys playing on Capture the Flag, which is the Weekend Warfare game mode that is going on right now. So by the time this video gets uploaded, it might actually already be gone for Weekend Warfare, which is a little bit sad. I will admit though, Capture the Flag is pretty competitive in Modern Warfare Remastered. Now, I like the game mode, like I really enjoy playing it, but only when my teammates actually know what they're doing. I hate playing with a team that just has no idea what's going on, and like pretty much it's like sometimes I think that my teammates are like thinking they're playing like team deathmatch only with a respawn timer. Like that's how sometimes I feel like. But you know, anyway, when you have pretty good teammates that know they're actually playing an objective game mode, Capture the Flag can be really fun. And of course, it's really fun when you're in a party of people and you guys can communicate with each other and win lots and lots of games. So anyway, this video I want to talk about this new feature that it looks like Activision or a Call of Duty franchise in general has just been kind of doing lately. So what's kind of interesting is that this year for Call of Duty, it seems like that we've been always getting like this different variety of game modes into the Call of Duty game. So Infinite Warfare, for example, now they don't do this every weekend, but every like so often they like bring in this new game mode or a returning game mode from like a previous game and put it into their game for a little while so people can try it out. So for example, in Infinite Warfare they bring in like Reinforced, which Reinforced was a game mode back in Call of Duty Ghosts, but it's not a permanent game mode in Infinite Warfare. They just bring it back into the game once in a while so people can try it. They also have Hyper Team Deathmatch, like all these other game modes, you know. And then of course Modern Warfare Remastered, right? They have something called Weekend Warfare, where every single weekend there will be a game mode added into the game that normally isn't there. Like for example, it used to be Prop Hunt, but now Prop Hunt is a permanent game mode because the community voted on either Slasher or Prop Hunt to be permanent into the Call of Duty game. So that's pretty cool how we have Prop Hunt permanent now. But other Weekend Warfare game modes are like Snipers Only, which to me is pretty fun. It's really good for leveling up your snipers when getting camouflages. And of course right now we have Capture the Flag, and there's like loads of other game modes they also do, and like Slasher, right? And so, you know, I really like this idea where like this Weekend Warfare idea is where they bring in a game mode that isn't in the game and they keep it for that weekend, and then the next weekend it'll be a totally different game mode. And it's just, I think that's really cool. I really like how they're trying to make the Call of Duty games wanting people to play it more, you know, trying to get people to keep hopping on and trying to play it. And not to mention, like for Capture the Flag in this weekend's Warfare, you get double XP for playing in that game mode, which is kind of cool, you know. So I really like the idea of Weekend Warfare and the idea of just putting in game modes into a Call of Duty game that originally was supposed to be there, but it's only there temporarily, right? So I really think that's cool. I really like the idea, especially the idea of just calling it Weekend Warfare, because in Infinite Warfare they don't have a special name for like adding a game mode for just the weekend, but in Modern Warfare Remastered, Raven Software has this idea called Weekend Warfare, which is pretty cool. And of course the next Call of Duty game is Call of Duty World War II, which is made by Sledgehammer Games, right? And they made Advanced Warfare, right? So they are coming out with their next Call of Duty game, Call of Duty World War II, and we've all seen the main menu image, right? On Twitter it was trending, people made YouTube videos about it, the main menu of what Call of Duty World War II is going to look like. And I'm not going to lie, you guys, I think I'm a little bit disappointed in the main menu for like Call of Duty World War II. Now I know main menus shouldn't like actually matter in a video game, but I mean it doesn't look like the traditional Call of Duty. If anything, the main menu for Call of Duty World War II reminds me a lot of Battlefield 1's main menu, which I don't know, I just don't like that in a way. But anyway, that's not the point. The point is that of course that you guys have pretty much all seen this main menu for Call of Duty World War II, and one of the options there was something called daily mode or something like that. So it was like a daily game mode thing, which I thought was kind of interesting, you know, because it got me thinking that, well, in Modern Warfare Remastered we have something called Weekend Warfare, where we have a game mode, a different game mode that comes out every weekend, right? But a daily mode. So does that mean that every day there's going to be a different game mode that's just going to be coming around? I feel like that's what they mean, which I find that kind of weird in all honesty, because I find it weird how they're adding in like a different game mode every single day. Now of course once that game mode is over you can't play it, right? A new game mode would pop up, right? And so I'm not really sure what daily mode is. Maybe it has nothing to do with the multiplayer, right? Maybe it has nothing to do with something similar to Weekend Warfare. Maybe it's like something for zombies. Who knows, right? I mean, one of the options on the main menu was zombies and multiplayer, but it also said previous game mode that you said you played as well, which I just think is kind of a weird feature. Like, I don't think it matters what game mode you played before, but anyway, the point is that on that main menu, it says that they're gonna be having like this daily mode type thing. So in future Call of Duty games, it looks like that this is kind of a new feature that's going to be in the game from now on, where they're introducing these game modes, these temporarily game modes I should say, into the Call of Duty franchise, so that way players can, like, it gives them like an excuse to actually keep hopping on the game, right? That's kind of how I think of it, you know, because, you know, like, Call of Duty games, they typically just have the same game modes all year round, you know, and then maybe they like do some changes to the game modes, or maybe they'll eventually add in a game mode later in and then keep it permanent there. But now it looks like they're just adding in these temporarily game modes, and then they'll take them away, and then they'll bring them back like a month later or something, and then they'll put in these other game modes and stuff like that. And the reason why they're doing that is just so players can go back and hop on the game and try something else than playing their traditional like ground war domination matches and or search and destroy and stuff like that. But they're like, oh, capture the flags in Modern Warfare Remastered, let's go ahead and play that. I mean, like, fun fact actually, I do believe that capture the flag was originally supposed to be in the original Call of Duty 4 game, but they actually decided not to put it into its multiplayer, which I actually thought was kind of interesting. But you know, anyway, yeah, I just find it really interesting how this is kind of something new that Call of Duty is doing, where there's adding in these temporarily game modes, and just so they can have more players go back on them, just kind of an excuse to go back on them and play them and just try something different. Which, in a way, it kind of I'm kind of making it sound like it's a bad thing, but in all honesty, it's really not. If anything, this is actually a good thing, because it's making their fans want to actually hop on their game and just keep playing it, you know, because they try something different, you know, instead of just like it being the same game, like people used to say back in the day that Call of Duty is always the same game every year. But really, Call of Duty is not really the same game every year. So anyway, that's what I just have to say for you guys in this video, just letting you know that this is kind of a cool feature that Call of Duty is doing, just with these temporarily game modes ideas. So anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like and comment down below, what do you guys think of this idea that Call of Duty is doing, just adding in these different game modes as just like a weekend at a time, or in World War II, even daily game modes, right? So that's kind of interesting. So anyway, comment that down below. What are your guys' thoughts on this? And of course, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already for more Call of Duty videos later in the future, and I shall catch you guys later.